Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday night. Today is May 2nd, 1920, or sorry, 2025. Happy Me Day. Uh, we're going to be streaming the ZOE Friday night Ragchew here, held on the VE3ZOE repeater 443.075. And our host tonight will be Larry, VE3LBI. We'll just wait for the clock to tick over to 8 p.m. here local time in Hamilton, Ontario, and Larry will pick up the net.
Evening all, and welcome to the Friday night ZOE Ragchew on 443.075. Has a plus offset and no tone is required. My call sign is Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India, and my first name is Larry. I'm located on the East Hamilton Mountain. It's an open net. To join the conversation, please give us your call sign and your name. Tell us about yourself, your equipment, or where you'd like to add for the conversation. And before we start, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of that repeater. Please remember, using a repeater has very good coverage in Ontario, so no religion, politics, or foul language. And last but not least, please let the repeater drop in between our conversations so others can get in. You want to drop for a minute? And once again, Mac, VA3IMW is also live streaming this on YouTube. And if anybody's listening, I'd like to wish Mac a happy birthday. Won't ask you how old you are, Mac, but I do know. My grandmother had a great comeback for the doctors who would ask her how old she was. She'd say, well, I'm as old as my tongue, just a little bit older than my teeth. I can check in for Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Come on in, please.
That's too funny, Larry. VA3IMW. I might as well start off the batch.
And VA3VT. I got two. Need a couple more. VE3LBI, come on in, please. 3NCA. Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt. Got IMW, BT, NCA, IUK. Anybody else checking in? Come on in. VE3LBI. Yeah, we got to start there. That's a true story, Mac.
Of course it is. Because if it's on the computer or on the radio, you have to believe it's the absolute truth. Anyways, good evening, Larry, and all on net. Thanks for everybody's birthday wishes. And yeah, it's the magic number. I can remember thinking back in earlier years, looking forward to these dates and thinking that's not realistic. Even the calendar won't be able to sustain it. But no, we've managed to flip the calendar over and another trip around the sun. Anyways, it was good to have a today off. I took the opportunity to relax in the morning. And of course, the usual things you have to do when birthdays roll around. Had to go out and get my health card and my driver's license renewed. And they wanted a new photograph of me just in case I had any plastic surgery, I guess. But no, all's well. And I'm here for the duration. Interested to hear what spawns the technical topics tonight. It certainly won't be signal and propagation. Bands, I always promised that I was going to talk positively about band conditions, but there's nothing nice I can say today. It just sucks. Back to you, Larry.
Well, I be honest with you, Mac, I haven't had the radio on all day. I had a nice radio actually out in the garage at the Sony, but the CD player portion of it, or sorry, DVD portion of it wasn't working. So I messed with that a little bit today and see if they got it working again. kind of, like I say, it's a nice little rig. I've had it for many, many years. Great sound in it. But anyway, yeah, it's been a very nice day. The opportunity to clean up the backyard. It wasn't too wet for cutting. I had spots that were pretty high, so took the old weed whacker out and ran the lawnmower over and cleaned her up. Anyway, Mac, hang on. We'll pass her down to L here. VA3VT, VE3LBI. How are you making out today, L?
Hi, good evening, Larry, and everybody on frequency, and happy birthday, Mac. I'm not sure. I'm not even going to ask what age you are right now. But anyways, we'll leave it alone. Not a whole lot on my end here, just, Friday, so I'm happy with that. And then I got another week here in Oakville, and then I'm off to Barrie on the week of the 12th. So it all starts there. And then, still got to figure out accommodations and all that stuff up there. Sounds like I'll be getting an Airbnb. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. The first week's going to be a little tricky, just trying to get settled in there and trailers being dropped off and going to be running off a generator, so that's getting dropped off and scheduling electricians to get that all wired up. And then the week of the 12th, set up with a trailer, get everything ready. Already got a couple trades working up there, so it's going to get crazy in the beginning. But anyways, whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, we'll hand it back over to you there, Larry. VA3VT.
I have to get you in touch with the boys up in Barrie there. Go out in the evening when you get finished up. You go out and do a couple activations with them.
Yeah, it would be nice, but my intentions are to work long days, long hours if I'm going to stay up there, right? So, yeah, I think putting in 12, 13, 14-hour days, you get back, you don't want to be doing anything.
Will you try to get away early on Fridays to get back down home for the weekend, Al?
Well, that's the plan. I'm looking at hopefully to get away at Friday at noon. I'm going to have a guy working up there with me, a laborer, a local guy who lives 10, 15 minutes away from there. So if that works out, then he can take care and close the job down on Fridays, and I can head home. Hopefully at noon, right?
Yeah, that'll give you a bit of a break. Get back down, back into Hamilton, and you get the weekend for yourself, and then head back up, I guess, sometimes Monday morning, hopefully not too early, but you don't want to get stuck in the traffic heading up there. Of course, what do you care, right? You just head back to work.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, get up there Monday morning and head back Friday after work.
Yep, perfect. Okay. All right. I think Chuck's in there too, so I'll give him a holler. Anybody other check-ins for tonight's Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in.
Victor, Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu.
Okay, Chuck, we got you the log. Thanks. All right, up next, Wave. Unless you got anything important, you're okay for the tonight, Chuck?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get that, Larry.
You're not in a rush, are you? Everything's okay?
Yeah, I'm just picking myself up off the floor here, laughing out loud. I'm good.
Okay, no problem. All right, let's pick up Wade next. VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Come on in, Wade.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA. Good evening, Larry, and good evening, everybody on net. Friday, another Friday, so that's nice. Was on campus today for a little bit of work. Not many other people were there, but there were a few. So those are the times when you actually can get a lot of work done. So that was good. Other than that, I heard the bands weren't great, but honestly, I haven't been on the bands or on the radio at all day until right now. Last time, I guess, I did pick up Terry. Terry was out at Spencer Gorge yesterday, and I managed to get him on 40 and 20, and him being right across the valley from me, he was super strong to me. And that reminds me, actually, when you picked him up, Larry, on 20 meters, you were the person who picked him up right after me. I heard him come back to you, but the funny thing is I heard him at 10 over, and I couldn't hear you at all. So that's, I guess, the way the propagation goes when you're in that close on 20. So anyhow, other than that, that was the last time I was on the radio until now. So I don't have much to add there. Back to you, there, Larry. Thanks for picking me up.
or Dave, pardon me, I heard you finally calling him back, very low, very low. And unfortunately, I did get him after, but I guess he moved to 40. And by the time he had moved to 40, I had left. We were heading out someplace, so I kind of missed him on 40, which probably would have been easier than 20.
Yeah, I got him strong on both. He was stronger to my location on 20. He was maybe 10 over. And then by the time he went down to 40, I got him just at 5.9, right at S9. And, but nice and clear, super clear. But that's not too surprising because I'm on the, the west bank of the valley, and Spencer Gorge is on top of the east one there. So we were shouting at each other across the valley, pretty much line of sight. So that was good. And then to get to you, I've got to get up over the escarpment. So, yeah, I never heard you at all in there, but I did hear him go into you, nice and clear. And he did move to 40. I still happened to be around near the radio at that time, so I flipped it back on and chased him down on 40 and got him on the second band, which is kind of nice. Other than that, hopefully the bands get better. Hopefully the weather continues to improve, and maybe we'll find some time to get out again to do an activation.
Okay, perfect. All right. I think you've been spending quite a few hours at work. I guess the new job requires that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of transition. They really don't have anybody for the old job. There's plans to migrate the work over to other people, and that's ongoing. But for a short time, at least, anyways, I'm wrapping up the old stuff and taking on the new stuff. So yeah, it's been a little bit more work, but I don't know. I don't mind the work, so I guess that's good. Especially now I get to move a little more to projects from ongoing operations. So at least there's new things coming down the pipe. So that's it's always kind of interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was going to ask you something else about it too, and it eludes me at the present time. Oh, I was going to say, I know what it was. How about the phone calls? You're not getting any more of those phone calls at crazy hours?
Yeah, that's a nice part about it is, when there are issues or if there are issues after hours, I'm not on the call list anymore. Depending on the issue, we haven't had any problems really since, but I'm sure that I would get a call eventually if there was an issue that I was needed for. But in general, I'm not called on anymore for those after hours issues, which is nice.
Yeah, that's the one thing, especially if you got some backup there. I know, like I said, I think I probably told you before or mentioned it before, but I could get an hour away from heading out for vacation, or an hour and a half or 2 hours heading out for vacation, pulling a trailer. All of a sudden my phone goes off. There's a problem at work. Well, nothing I can do about it. I'm on vacation for at least a week. So, of course, you have to pull over and take the call and find out what's going on.
Yeah, those are always heartbreaking, right? When that happens, because there's the plans you have, and then on the other hand, there's also the not wanting it to get any worse, because you know that if you catch it early, it's less work for you later on. But yeah, I'm not missing those times. We've had a few things after hours we've had to take care of, but the other thing is that things are getting more resilient these days, and so there's a lot of things that will fail in ways that the service doesn't completely go down anymore. So now you can actually schedule the repair. So for the most part, disk failures don't do anything to service until the next morning. So you can show up, get a new disk, replace it live. And so those things are improving. And so it gets pretty bad. It's usually cyber issues that call you in after hours. Miscreants can't wait till the end of the day to strike.
Yeah, those are the worst ones. Okay, listen, thanks very much. We'll pick up again there. Before I pick up Bill, anybody else checking into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, please. VE3ZOE. Okay, well, I saw he's signed in there on the live stream. And I think Noel's in there, but he must be busy at the present time. So, all right, Bill, we'll pick you up. VE3IUK, VE3LVI. How was your day, Bill?
Yeah, day wasn't too bad, Larry. I did some computer work here this morning. I had a couple of problems with the home network that I got resolved. But I got those fixed, just related to Windows updates that constantly like to screw things up. But we got that fixed. I went over to Pierre this afternoon, and I would echo what Max said. There was nothing good to say about the bands. They were very bad. I watched the numbers all day long, hoping they would come down. I think the A index was around 28 and the K index was around 4. And they stayed there all day, and I noticed just I checked it again an hour ago, and the A index actually went up 7 points. So managed to get Salt Fleet activated. We went up with 5 contacts on phone and 10 on FT8. So yeah, it was a bit rough, but nonetheless, we made it, so hopefully I'd like to go tomorrow. So we'll see if band conditions are better. What else? Oh, I got a new backpack so that I can pack my stuff easier for POTA, since I'll be doing a lot of busing and hoofing it, and it's a lot better backpack. I don't have to struggle to get everything in, excuse me, into the backpack. So that's about it from here, Larry. Back to you.
Where'd you pick up the new backpack from? Amazon?
Yeah, I just got it from Amazon, and the thing is, it's got room on it to put on what's the word I'm looking for? Carabiners, so that you can hang stuff from the backpack, and you can also hang like little small auxiliary pouches off it. So, but as I say, this one I was able to get everything into it, and still with room left over. So the other backpack I had, I was fighting to get everything into it. So this one will work much better.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Did you guys put up a wire, or what were you doing? What were you running for antenna today?
Well, it started out with Pac-12, but as abysmal as conditions were, we decided to try the wire, which improved it only slightly. Oh, by the way, I did get that video you sent me about the 706. Now, I haven't worked with mine enough to experience that yet, but I shelved that video, and I saved it, so maybe we'll look for that down the road. But right now I'm still getting used to the rig, and this week I went through all the menus on it and familiarized myself with it more and memorized where the buttons are, so that I don't have to be looking close at it when I'm out there. I can just sort of know by the position of button or knob on there what they do. So I thought that would help me out. So we did that.
Oh, very good, Bill. How about the compression? Did you figure out that too?
Yeah, I figured that out, and what I need to do is I need to listen to myself on another radio. I figured out how to do it. It's just there's a control on the side, then you've got to choose the right menu option, and you've got to sort of set it at a recommended level. I forget it's in the manual, but there is a recommended level that you set it on. And I was watching videos on YouTube, and they recommend with the 706 series that you do use compression. Apparently, that's a little characteristic of the 70 series of rigs, that they are a little weak without the compression. So we will get that set properly. Pierre's gonna take me out again, and we'll experiment and get it set up right.
Yep, sounds good, Bill. Yes, I think I looked at it, and I think they recommend it somewhere around 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock area when I look at the actual manual. So anyways, like you're right, it's something you're going to have to test and try with somebody else that can hear you and say, oh, that's good there, for the good. And obviously, when the conditions are decent, well, obviously local we're going to be okay, but anybody's in distance right now. And I'm still showing a K4 with an A of at 28 here, so it definitely hasn't improved too much. And like I say, I haven't had the radio on all day, but we did some running around today, and then cooked some supper. And before that, I had cut the lawn, so that's basically in the day all, what's been going on most of the day.
Actually, I'm just updated on Ham Solar, and it's got the index now up to 35. As I say, it was at 28 all day long, so it has actually taken another jump. Yes, and you're right on the compression Sunday he took me out and we worked with it, and seems to be working fairly well. So quite pleased with that. And quite pleased to have the tuner to go with it. I just need now to find some way of joining the two units together. I did get some of that stuff similar to Velcro, but I think because of the physical nature of the tuner and the radio, that stuff may not do it. I may have to end up buying some straps that I saw on Amazon to just actually strap the two radios together at Q.
Oh, okay. So you don't think that type of Velcro is going to hold it together properly? I guess just the design of it or whatever. So, yeah, there's a few straps out there they've got. I don't know what else you could use. I don't think you want to use crazy glue, but it's a thought.
Duct tape.
A couple of straps if you have to.
I just threw back with duct tape. I'm going to try this Velcro stuff. If it doesn't work, we'll order the straps. But yeah, I think Mac's been watching too much Red Green.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. Thanks, Bill. Just a show before I pick up Dave. Anybody else want to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in, VE3ZOE.
VA3IMW. Larry, just a quick in on note. VE3 KDT.
Right, I got Noel and Al. Al, you heading out for supper there, buddy? It's around 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was on Reggie's out there at TechNet, and I shot over here, and my dinner's good to go, so I love my dinner. Hey, Larry, enjoy the evening. Everybody on net, enjoy the evening. 7:30. VA's for NFL.
Okay, Al, have a good one. We'll talk to you again. All right, thanks for joining in tonight. Appreciate it. 7-3 for now. And I also picked up Nolan there, too, so I got you on the list, Noel. Who's up next? Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Come on in, Dave.
Hey, good evening, Larry. Everybody on net, VA3CP. Not much to report this week. I was sort of thinking about going out doing an activation last week, but never got there. There's a possibility I may do one on Sunday. Our Model Railway Club is visiting the Oldham County Radio Museum up on Guelph Line, and there's a park in Arkell, or close to Arkell, so I'm going to slip over there after our meeting ends at around 4 p.m. So I should be over there and set up maybe by 20 after or 4:30. I'll give it a try and see what it's like. If the bands are flat, then I'll just pack up and move on. But boy, it's been surprising. But I did notice that take a look at the Solar Cycle 25's progress. It appears like we're on the downslide towards the solar minimum again. I guess the peak was sometime last year. They don't always call it that early, so they usually wait to see what happens. So that's about all the news for me. Back to you, Larry.
Yeah, okay, Dave. Well, give us a shout if you're going to be out there on Sunday. See what we can do. Hopefully, like you say, the conditions are better. I haven't really, again, had the radio on to even look at anything today. So, okay, up next, we have Chuck, VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. Come on in, Chuck.
Hey, good evening, Larry, and all on net, VA3CJZ. Funny story. My ESP must be working overtime again, because I was chatting with Mac there earlier, and was telling him today the wife and I went over to visit our daughter. It was her birthday on Monday, and so we went over there today to celebrate because the schedule is conflicted for meeting up. And I asked Mac if he's got a birthday coming up. And so that's why I've been laughing, because sure enough, turns out he does have one coming up, and it's going by right now. So happy birthday, Mac. All the best, my friend, and happy retirement. Other than that, let's see now. We got a few contests coming up this weekend. Got some QSO parties here. We've got, what is it, the 7th Call Area QSO party. That's a good one. It's pretty much the Midwest all the way to the west, all those states. And then there's the Delaware, Indiana, and New England QSO party. There's also a side band contest. So, but I don't know. The band conditions once again on the weekend are not starting off too well there, Larry. Back to you.
Did you actually have your radio on today to hear anything, or try to hear anything? I guess maybe I should say. I'm just curious.
Well, maybe an hour or so ago, an hour and a half, when we came back from being out. And, yeah, I could hear 2 stations on all the bands that I looked around on. So, yeah.
I take it it's still pretty rough then. So, well, I was going to ask you too. You've been doing a lot of walking. Did the doctors suggest that to strengthen your back, or just something you come up with?
Yeah, no, that's something I come up with. I know that because my back has been so sore all winter, you know, I've been, what do you call that, complacent and not getting enough exercise. So also my back muscles need exercise as well. So walking is, I don't know, the least strenuous. I have difficulty walking and standing for more than a couple of minutes there, Larry. So I'm still working on that.
Yeah, well, quite often I hear you say you've walked over to the Center Mall and back. So, I mean, that's not, not a real hike in the sense of a mile or so, but at least it gives you some stretch in your legs.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, Larry, for me, it's a big workout because I come back and I'm white. My muscles are sore, and, you know, my back, my hips. So, yeah, it might as well be a couple of miles for me. But I'm working on it. Got to get into my beach bod there for the summer.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Since I haven't been working for a while, I did put a few pounds on, but I did a lot of walking at work. I mean, my average is probably 2 miles a day, anywhere from I'd say 2 miles a day, sometimes up to 4 or 5 miles, depending on how the day was. And once I left there, well, a lot of it also was climbing stairs, which was pretty rough. So, but after I left, I kind of slacked off, I guess you might say. I should be walking around the blocks and stuff, but if I haven't been doing it, and of course the weight gets piled on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Not very active in the winter. I know I put on way more pounds than I expected, because I went to go see my diabetes nurse there, and every time I go there, I get weighed, and I was quite shocked. Didn't expect to have gained that much. For me, I mean, I'm not huge, but I'm just saying, you know, it was a lot for me. And yeah, so a little bit at a time. I like to go every other day, and I'm averaging, let's see now, about 3,000 steps a day. I use that Samsung Health app on my phone there. They're built into the phone, so no downloading. It's right there, and it counts your steps as long as you're wearing your phone. So, yeah, we're getting there.
Comment VE3ZOE.
Yep, Bill's in there with a comment. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, you guys are talking about weight. I shouldn't tell you this, but I still have the same waist size that I graduated high school with.
Yeah, but you just graduated high school last week.
Yeah, I know. I've never had a problem with fluctuating weight. The only time my weight ever fluctuated when I quit smoking, it went up, but I got active again and it came back down.
I got the same size waist too, but it's got a bunch added to it.
There you go.
Just had to add something to the belt, but the same size waist.
It's in there somewhere.
KDTV, I'll be like, come on in, Noel.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, Larry, and everyone on that. I guess I'll throw into that one as well too. I've been kind of going down, but that's mostly medication based. So we'll give all the credit where that's due. But other than that, actually got to play a little bit of with the radio, and ended up moving my station that right to the far end of the wall because I noticed one of my coax cables got all frayed and beat up over the winter. So I'm using a shorter one, and that means my radio has to be like right out the window. But thankfully, the head unit can be disconnected, and it's got the weird connector is an RJ45 on either end. I happen to have really long cables with those on either end.
Okay, excellent. All right. Oh, by the way, you did a great job on the net there the other night. I thought you did a really good job for your first time.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it took a little out, a little nervous, but I felt a little more calm probably about 2/3 of the way through it. So it took a while, and then I just kind of been putting around. Was out Wednesday and stuff. Seems to be whenever the net is when I'm busy. I'm home all day and not doing anything. So, yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing about it, Noel, is really nobody's going to laugh at you for doing it. I mean, if they're laughing at you, then they should be doing it. So it's your own pace, and basically it's the same thing I guess as when you're out activating. It's your own pace. You get pile up or whatever. You're the one who has to control it. It's the same thing with the doing a net. You're the person that's controlling. Hopefully you are. Nobody's taking over trying to do it for you. But no, you did a really good job, I thought.
Well, thank you for that. Only the one hiccup right at the beginning. I was writing down my script, and I was trying to write all the simplex frequencies for the other nets, and I couldn't remember them off the top of my head, so I flipped my other one of my presets on the radio, and I still had ZOE on the second. So I transmitted my whole speech out that first minute, and then I heard Mac going, "Hey, where are you?"
I'm sure everybody's done that once in a while. Absolutely.
Yeah, foot was shaking, ready to press the pedal, and managed to do it. So that kind of broke the ice, and I was just laughing at myself for doing it. So made it a lot easier. But other than that, didn't really have anything else that was kind of going on. And I'll throw her back to you if there's anyone else there.
Okay, thanks, Bill. All right, anybody else want to check into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India. Larry, located East Hamilton Mountains. Come on in, please. Geez, I was hoping Mark and Steve were going to be in here tonight, but I think they're working, so I'm not sure what time. But maybe they'll, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, no, it's hard to say. They probably won't get bid until 9 o'clock tonight when the store closes. Anyways, all right, again, one more time. Anybody else want to check in Friday night ZOE Ragchew? Come on in.
VA3IMW.
Oh, look, speaking of the devil, there he is. How you doing, Steve?
Good, Larry. No, not at work. Currently home. And I think Mark's on his way back from out of town somewhere, so he probably won't make it.
Okay, no problem, Steve. I know you guys were having an interesting conversation there after one of the nets, forget what night it was, about antennas and I can't think of the name of the mill. MFJ makes them. The noise eliminator, that's what it is. So, how you making out with your shack?
It's coming along. Getting a little more done. Not today. I was working all day today. But getting back to that topic there, you solved the issue. You have a coax going through some kind of a thick, what do you call it, air conditioner box thing. different things, and it quiet right down. That noise is gone. So I messaged Chuck there. We wouldn't be needing that, so don't bother looking for it. So, but anyway, yep. So he's happy about that.
Okay, good, Steve. Yeah, you're not quite in your sweet spot either. You're there, but you're just a little bit low.
Okay. I bumped it up a little bit there, medium power. Yeah, I was in an awkward position here doing something. So, but you got the gist of it anyway.
Okay, excellent. So it eliminated noise. Was it something you say it was an air conditioning unit?
Yeah, central air unit or vent or something like that. That's half outside and half inside. So you figured it was an easy way through instead of going through concrete, right?
And that's where you seem to be picking up your noise from, was it?
Yep. Well, he sent me a video the other night there. I thought he unhooked coax because he was receiving something there. I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe he's got the attenuator on, got it figured out or something. But no, it was. Now he's got no noise. He's got the odd pop and crackle there, and seems as though when he moves his hand around the back of the heat sink, just like 4 inches away from it, he can initiate some static there. So he's got to get that figured out.
Do you know, Steve, if he has the radio grounded?
I certainly hope he does, or thought he would. Maybe not. But he's got some of those chokes he's going to throw on, and I told him it could be a lamp. You got a lamp on the desk there or something. Get rid of the lamp. Just try different things, right? Move it around. Move the coax over. And like I was just in the sweet spot there. Like if you put your hands in a certain spot around the radio, it goes into like a little bit of a static sound, right?
I'm not sure. I wonder, like I say, if he's actually got the radio grounded. It might be something for him to check. So, anybody got any thoughts on that? Why you would put your hand near the radio and get some type of a static noise out of it? It's only a grounding issue or something else? VE3ZOE, go ahead.
Base station grounding is kind of a foundational setup. There's multiple units you can purchase that give you a copper strip and many set screws, so you can put a ground toggle, a ground tang from each one of your units. And if you can't run it directly to like a cold water pipe, at least you can hook it into the ground box of any of your AC outlets at home. But you definitely should consider grounding all of your equipment so that it eliminates any potential noise. And if you are generating some noise by running your hand past the heat transfer unit, that raises a couple of questions. So I would start with grounding. Good suggestion, Larry.
Comment CJ's emanating from it or something like that. So like when he's like, he gives me a video there where he's like spinning the dial there. Sorry to hear it when he's spinning the dial, but when he backs off, it's smooth or nice and quiet, right?
I heard you, Chuck. Yeah, I would. The other thing is too, Steve. He should be grounding everything. Power supply. If he's got a tuner, ground that, the radio itself. And Chuck had a comment there too, so I'll bring it to CJ. Go ahead.
And VA3 CJ said, way to go, guys. That means Steve is going to take an extra 6 months to start his station up. Yeah. Actually, Larry, he's on a battery. He's not even on a power supply. That's the
have the radio grounded. The battery, I didn't realize I thought he was running a power supply with it. Yeah, I definitely would check to make sure he's got grounded on the radio and the tuner. If he's in the apartment, the chances are he's probably got registers in the apartment, and he can always ground to that too, which is a really good ground because it runs through the building.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he'll get it figured out. These things often happen when you set up somewhere new. You got to get all the quirks out of the system.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially when you're in an apartment too. The other night when he was doing the testing, I forget what night it was, Monday or whatever night he was on there. I did hear him on 40 meters. I didn't respond because other people were trying to hear him, but I was able to hear him. Now we're not that far apart, obviously, but I was able to hear him on there, Steve.
Yeah, it's just, I bet he was getting plus 40 noise there, Larry. It was like, the RF gain was back down to 65, and I'm like, no, man, send it all the way up to 100 to see what it's like, right? And the whole meter lit up right to the red, so, it was quite a bit of noise.
Well, it's been noisy for everybody, Steve, so as you were just listening along, probably it's been kind of rough, I guess, the last little while trying to pick up people. All right, anything else, Steve?
Nope. That'd be it. Yep, working on the shack this weekend. What can I say? That's about it there, Larry. We'll send it back to VA3IMW.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Weekend off, I take it then.
Yeah, weekend off, and yeah. I think I took an extra day next week, so I could have 40 hours. I don't know, unless it's a mistake. I hope it's a mistake, but they're there. I'll take them.
Yeah, why not? Well, I forget what weekend. How far are we away from next weekend? No, a couple weekends away, I guess, from Victoria Day. Yeah, we're a little bit away yet. So, yeah, we got that coming up too. The Monday, Monday the 19th, I guess it is Victoria Day.
Oh yeah, okay. I might have that off. Check. I think I'm going to take some holidays in July.
There you go, Steve. All right, thanks for joining in, Steve. All right, put a shout out here. Anybody else joining into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew? My call sign, Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo India, Larry located East Hamilton Mountain. Come on in.
VA3 DCS.
VA3XLJ.
More in there. I got DCS and XLJ. Come on in, Dave.
Well, good evening. Good evening, everybody. It's finally getting a little bit dark out. Just got in. Went up, took the tire covers off the trailer and put the battery in. And next thing I know, I'm pulling the trailer home. And it's tucked away in the driveway now.
Storing in the driveway. I thought you were did you bring it home to take it to the camp, or what'd you do, Dave?
Well, it was in storage for the winter. I brought it home just to get it loaded up again for when we go out a long weekend and, make sure everything works.
Well, do you have a campground you actually leave it at?
No, we tow it around to different provincial parks or conservation areas.
Okay, for some reason I thought you had one you had parked. By the way, curiosity, how, like you said, provincial parks, how tough was it this year to book, say, a registration, or not book a registration, book a spot this year for the parks? Was it tough again?
No, it's been pretty. Last year was fairly easy, and even this year I was kind of late booking when we wanted to go by a couple weeks, and there was still plenty of spots. So I think that big rush for camping at the parks is a little bit over.
It might have had something to do with our virus that was kicking around. Everybody wasn't going out of town and stuff. So, but I know that it was quite a procedure, and you had to get in fairly quick to be able to book a campsite. They were filling up pretty quick.
Yeah, they were. I know when during that time I'd be down here at 7 a.m. or before 7 a.m. I'd have 3 different browsers open, all with the campgrounds in there, and I'd go click, 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 click until one took.
Yeah, I know, it was pretty tough. I haven't been camping for a while. We had a trailer park for quite a few years, and we sold our trailer we had here 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. Just was getting too tough to go any place. Couldn't get a campsite. Didn't want to go to the spots that we got a campsite. It wasn't for a lot, so we kind of looked at each other and said, "Oh, maybe it's time to give it up for the present time."
Yeah, I know we have this long weekend. We just go to Bronte for that one. And we usually get the same site. We have 2 sites that we like. We couldn't get the one, so the other one was open. Grabbed that one. And then in August, I can't remember the name of it, Earl Row. It's up by Alliston. It's more of an inland trailer park, provincial park. And it's, up by the Honda plant, not too far away from it.
My mom and dad used to go to Earl Row. Apparently, it's a really nice park. They really enjoyed it. We spent a lot of time at Arrowhead after we left Algonquin. We used to camp at Cannon Bay in Algonquin, just up the way from Lake of Two Rivers. And after we moved out of Algonquin, we used to go to Arrowhead. Very nice park. Loved the park. It was a beautiful park.
Yeah, we did Arrowhead, I think, our first year, and it was a beautiful spot. It was in the fall, like late October, and it was really nice up there, nice and treed, and it was quiet that time of the year, too.
Absolutely, Dave. All right. Anything else, Dave, before I pass it to Vanya there?
No, nothing else on this end for now.
Okay, all right, Dave. Up next, VA3XLJ, Vanya, VE3LBI. Come on in, Vanya.
VE3LBI, VA3XLJ. Good evening, Larry and everyone in it. So, quick check-in. For me, I was planning on cutting the grass today, and I didn't do it. I did like 5 other things, but I kind of neglected the grass, and I think I'm gonna be in a hurt of pain next week comes, because it's gonna be kind of like rainy pretty much every day, and so it's gonna just grow like crazy. But it's okay. We'll deal with it next week. So we'll see what we can do tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Maybe it's gonna be just cloudy on a Sunday, and I'm gonna be able to at least give it one more cut. I already cut it on a Wednesday once, so we'll see. Other than that, there's not much interesting. Martin and I, we made across the town our pilgrimage, pizza pilgrimage. So he had his pizza for dinner, and I believe it or not, didn't. So we're gonna head home soon when the net is done, and we'll see what we're gonna do for the remainder of the day. Back to you.
Very good, Vanya. So what shift you on at work now?
This month I'm gonna be days until this project is done.
Excellent. Okay, for the whole month?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, Bill, by the way, VA3UK, K just jumped up to 5.33. The A just jumped up to 39, Bill.
Yeah, I was just about to chime in with that.
Yep, definitely has increased, that's for sure. So, okay, Vanya, anything else? Any idea of maybe an activation on the weekend you're thinking about, or no?
I was thinking about quick activation on the weekend, but it's my balloon disintegrated to the point that I'm gonna either have the new box or some another way of waterproofing it a little bit if I'm gonna take it outside. When we went last time to the long point on Wednesday, the good thing about Wednesday was it was a little bit chilly, but it was a sunny day, so really pretty much it's just that the connector is hanging off of the wires and the ferrite with the winding is just kind of dangling around, but a little bit of black tape, it does the wonders. You'll secure it for the fishing pole what I have. We'll see. I'll just probably most likely find a 2-liter bottle or something from the water and just put it in and drill a tiny hole on the cob side to run the antenna wire out, and the same thing for counterport. And it's gonna just tight everything apart, and we'll see. Anyways, the activation maybe, but I don't know where.
Okay, I got you. Well, you know what they say, mother of inventions by doing stuff, so you'll figure out something to keep it dry.
Yeah, necessity is mother of all inventions. That's what it is, yes.
Nope, absolutely. So, okay, Vanya, anything else?
No, I'm gonna stay with you for duration. I was listening pretty much from the beginning. I had a phone call to take, so I kind of went back and forth with the listening conversation on the phone. Actually, I listened that a little bit better than I did the net, so I could say I missed the first half an hour, but it is what it is. I apologize.
Oh, no apology necessary at all, Vanya. No, you get in here when you can. Don't forget radio is fun. Other things are more important. So, all right, Mac, what else you got for us? We're getting close to a wrap-up time here. What else you got going on tonight or for the weekend?
Oh, goodness gracious. Just planning on carrying on day by day. Anyways, I'm planning on relaxing for the weekend. Nice to have the kids over for a quick celebration tonight. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, days off. So we'll take advantage of the downtime. That's pretty much it. Hoping that band conditions improve so we can get back out and do what we love to do. Thanks for doing this one, Larry. Back to you.
Yep, okay, no problem, Mac. All right, Al, you got anything else for us? VA3BT, VE3LBI?
No, not too much. Just listening along here. It's gonna be a busy weekend this weekend. Starting that bathroom reno over at my mom's place. So yeah. Other than that, not a whole lot. We'll hand it back over to you there, VA3BT.
What are you doing at your mom's place? A whole bathroom over again, or what are you doing?
She lives in a big house there, and it's getting harder for her to go up the stairs to the second level and the basement. So there is 2 washrooms in the house, one in the basement, of course, and one on the second level. So she wants to stay on the main floor, so we're putting in a bathroom on the main floor with a shower, and also converting the dining room in the front of the place into a bedroom.
Gotcha. Okay, just make it more convenient for her.
Yeah. Well, Mom, what she gets.
Come on, son, you can do it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us. Remember, there's 8 siblings. So it's supposed to it'll be kind of fun though, because it'll be myself and the 3 other brothers there. We don't usually all get together, so that Mom's gonna like that.
Perfect. And she'll be happy when you get it done. So it won't take you that long to get the stuff done. To get that many hands, as long as you don't have too many bosses.
Oh, there's 1 or 2 there. We already know which ones are those.
Those are the ones that go for coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. Yeah.
That way you can get the work done.
Oh yeah. No, I think we'll do good. We're gonna try to hit it hard tomorrow. Our plan is to get all the demo done. We're gonna rough stick frame it all, and hopefully we're not building the whole shower surround. We bought a whole sound like shower surround. So it's one of them kits you just put in. It's pretty straightforward. And yeah, it's hopefully get that in and maybe a little bit of electrical roughing. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, very good, Al. All right, see what else we got before we do a 7-3. VA3NTA, VE3LBI.
VE3LBI, VA3ZOE. No, not much else. Just enjoying listening along as people check in for a nice easy Ragchew on Friday. No topic, really emerged, but a nice mix of topics was kind of nice to hear. So, other than that, nothing else to add. So I'll pass it back to you and continue along listening along.
Okay, thanks, Wade. Bill, VA3UK, VE3LBI. Anything else before we do a 7-3?
No, nothing else that I can think of. Larry, just hoping that bank conditions improve tomorrow. I'm supposed to go with Peter, but maybe playing that one by ear. We'll see how things look in the morning.
Yeah, don't look too good at the present time. Hopefully the night will do something with it. So, and actually supposed to get some cool air coming in. All right, Dave, VA3CP, VE3LBI. Anything else you do before we do a 7-3?
All right, VA3CP. All right, 7-3, I guess, Larry, and everybody on that. And I don't know what the skies are like outside. According to the Aurora forecaster, it says 13% chance of northern lights tonight in Hamilton at the moment. So we'll see what develops, if anything. 7-3, all VA3CP.
Yep, you doing your 7-3 now then, Dave?
Yeah, may as well. I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, Chuck, anything else before we do a 7-3 round? VA3ZOE, VE3LBI.
VA3CJZ. I was just wondering if Albert's family are Mormons, like the Osmonds. 8 siblings. Oh my goodness. All right, and also I forgot to mention I did. I put back in line my 1-to-1 Ballon down at the base of my feed point for the G5 RV. I had to take it out because it was completely soaked with water, and so I haven't had a chance to really test that out yet. But I got a few things on the go here to keep me busy this weekend. Still working on that sound clipping for the YouTube stream there on the A-Rig net. So I'm still working on that. And yeah, hopefully conditions will settle down, and hopefully the 1-to-1 Ballon there will do its job. That's it for me. Larry, back to you.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy on Wednesday night. I was listening to it, and it was clipping quite bad. So, okay, Noel, anything else before we do a 7-3 round? VE3KDT?
Actually, the only thing I was thinking of is this is pretty much the weekend I don't have the boys with me, so might just be putting around looking for something to do this weekend. So if anyone goes and activates, looking for some extra company, throw me a line.
Yeah, well, there you go. Somebody wants to pick up one of the weekend times there for activation. He's open.
V3IUK.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, no, let's see how Sunday goes for how band conditions are. If you want to get together, we can get together on Sunday.
Sounds good. Like I said, whole weekend's free, so yeah.
Do you want to do an activate? Do you want to do another net on the weekend? No.
If you need someone, I can fill in. But if I start doing regularly in that, just here and there maybe.
No, that's fine, but just maybe tomorrow night or something. Whoever is doing the net tomorrow night, maybe you should do it. I'm just kidding. But you can throw and say if somebody needs help on, Monday Chuck will be doing it. But there's, guess what, Tuesday. We got here, lost track. Where am I here? Monday Chuck does it. Tuesday is on ZOE. Thursday is on the Simplex. So there's a couple of spots there. Maybe if you're interested, and nobody's going to fill it in.
VE3IUK.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I'll pick it up for tomorrow night.
Okay, sounds good. Anyways, let's just leave it open there. So, all right. Let me just run down the list here before we do a 7-3. Steve, VA3NFG. Anything else before we do a 7-3 round? Steve is drowning his cereal. VE3DCS, Dave. Anything else before we do a 7-3 round, Dave?
Just that I could have swore there was a big batch of black flies when I got home. So, it is May.
Yeah, they'll be around. We used to go fishing. Always wore a head net, and we'd have these ones that we called them no-see-ums. I don't know how they did it, but it always got through to the head net, always in the back of your net, because you'd be walking. Normally it'd be fairly warm. We always fish streams, and you'd sweat. The back of your net would be all bitten by these things.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks, Dave. I'll pick you up for a 7-3 shortly here. Vanya, anything else before we do a 7-3 round? VA3XLJ.
VA3XLJ, yeah, I'm gonna guys give you 7-3, and I'll listen till the very end because I still have like a 15 minutes to go home. So 7-3, good night, Larry. VA3XLJ.
Okay, Vanya, thanks for joining in tonight. 7-3 to you. Mac, we're doing a 7-3. VE3IMW.
All righty. Thanks for doing this one, Larry. Certainly appreciate it. 7-3s, 1 and all.
Now we're doing a 7-3 round. VA3BT, VE3LBI. Just doing a quick 7-3.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. Thanks for being there, Larry. 7-3, everyone. VA3VT.
Wade, you're up. VA3NCA, VE3LBI. Doing a 7-3 round.
VE3LBI, VA3NCA, and to the group, 7-3 to all. Thanks for running it there, Larry, and always a pleasure on Friday. I was going to say something, and now I forgot it, so it must not have been important. 73 to all, yeah, still don't remember it. But the other thing I do mean to say is happy birthday there, Mac. And maybe at the very end I'll come back if I recall what just jumped out of my mind. Anyways, I've prattled on long enough, and I'll say 7-3 and back to you.
Okay, thanks, Wade. VE3UK, Bill. VE3LBI. Doing a 7-3 round, Bill.
Yeah, I'll say 7-3 to all, and happy birthday to Mac, and thanks for doing it, Larry.
Thanks, Bill. VA3CJZ, VE3LBI. Doing a 7-3 round, Chuck.
Oh, very good, Larry. Always a pleasure joining the net here on Fridays, and want to wish everybody a great weekend. And 7-3, VA3CJZ.
Nice, Chuck. VE3KDT, Noel. VE3LBI. We're doing a 7-3 round, Noel.
Yeah, thanks for doing the net. 7-3 to everyone. Happy birthday to Mac, and I think I'm not feeling the whole singing like Marilyn Monroe for the happy birthday, so I'll spare everyone that one. VE3KDT.
Okay, thanks for sparing us. Steve, VA3NFG, VE3LBI. We're doing a 7-3 round, Steve. Hope you're back.
Yep. Just stepping inside here. Okay, yeah, I didn't tune in until about 8:33 when I realized I'm late for the net there. So, but anyway, awesome. We'll be on the side here for a little while, and everybody have a good evening there. VA3NFG.
Okay, thanks, Steve. All right, last on the list, VE3D or DCS. Dave, we're just doing a 7-3 round, VE3LBI.
Great chat.
Yeah, thanks there, Larry, for doing this. 7-3 all, and I hear somewhere I heard it was Mac's birthday, so happy birthday, Mac. And I'll be around for the evening.
Okay, thanks, Dave. We've got a recheck in there. I'm not sure who it was. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, VA3NFL. So the old guy's got a birthday today, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, you're a little noisy, Al. Yep, Mac's birthday today.
All right, just want to say happy birthday, old fella. Geez, he's got to be 65 now? Yeah, well, maybe 75, but hey, we'll go with 65. All right, Larry, I just heard that. I want to get checked in. I'm sitting there eating my pizza.
Yeah, okay. You want to go back to him, Mac? Go ahead. VE3ZOE.
Yeah, it's 65, not 75. But enjoy your pizza and don't choke on it.
Happy birthday, Mac. Enjoy the evening. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun.
Thanks, Al. 7-3s.
Okay, sorry, Dave, you got cut off a little bit there. Okay. I think you did a 7-3. I was trying to pick up Al there. I heard a recheck, so I'll pick you up again. VE3DCS, VE3LBI. I think you said you could be around for the evening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relax here, and I'll leave the radio on, and I don't know what's on the TV, if anything, and so 7-3, and thanks for doing it, Larry.
Not a problem. Enjoy it. And Guy, I want to give you a 7-3 there. Get out there and get your studying done. Get on the radio. You'll have some fun. All right. Thanks everybody again for joining into the Friday night ZOE Ragchew. Like I say, I just write down the names and numbers, call signs. Sorry, not the numbers, but the call signs. And you guys put the net together with the conversation. So before I wrap it up, I'd like to thank Terry, VE3IQL, for the use of that repeater. My call sign, Victor Echo 3 Lima Bravo India, and I'll return the repeater back to normal use. 7-3.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Fox Portable, last minute check-in, Larry.
All right, come on in.
Hey, sorry, Larry, don't want to hold you up. Just heading out for a walk now. Had kind of a long-ish day, so just going out now. Still 14 or 15 degrees, so not a bad day today. Did hear the tail end of the net, but didn't have a chance to check in.
Vern, it's okay. We're just wrapping up. About an hour, so very good. I'm glad you checked in with this. I got on the list. How you say you're still walking, or you just got home?
Nope, still walking, not that far from the house, and I did want to just chime in and wish Mac a happy birthday.
Go ahead, Mac.
You guys are just too sweet to be true. Thanks, everybody, for your kind wishes. And hopefully we can get through another 65 years. Har, har.
That would be nice.
Okay, folks, we'll call it wrapped in. VE3LBI, clear. Return repeater back to normal use. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. I'll be back probably in about 5 or 10 minutes.
I'll be listening along as well if anybody wants to chat. I'll be here for a bit.
Oh, I missed the birthday announcement thing. Happy birthday there, Mac. VA3IMW.
Thanks much, Steve.
And good evening, Bill, VE3IUK.
Good evening, Steve. What's the NFG stand for?
Oh, geez. Use your imagination.
Okay, no fun guy, which means you're not a mushroom.
Yeah, that's what, I forget that guy's call sign there. He's out Toronto way. Every time he does POTA, it's activating all the time. Every time I say my call sign, that's what he calls me. VA3 no fun guy. So I became no fun. Now when I key up, I just say no fun guy, and he knows it's me.
Which means you're not a mushroom, right?
Yeah, well, it could stand for no friendly girls.
Yeah, well, it could stand for a lot of things, but we won't go there.
Yeah. I've often thought about changing the call, getting a 2-letter call. Maybe I've had this one for too long, I don't know.
I would only get a 2-letter call if I could get my initials, either BL or WL. If I could get that, I'd grab it.
VE3BS.
That's what makes the world go round.
Foxtrot uniform would be a good one.
with you there, Steve. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, I'd say VE3 Foxtrot uniform would be a good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some good phonetics for that.
Yeah. I think somebody actually has that.
Well, I can think of phonetics for it, but I want something that's family friendly.
I've actually made a couple of contacts with a guy in the States. His call sign is November 0, Foxtrot Uniform Kilo.
That could be a rough one.
Yeah, he said he picked it out and they gave it to him, and he said as long as they're not making an issue, he's gonna keep on flying the flag.
That's good.
VA3CRF, just chiming in here. There's a guy up here in Waterdown who has his ticket, and his call is VE3WPN, and Ontario did not want to let him get the license plate with that.
Oh, W, Peter. I'm trying to figure out why.
Weapons?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, they gave him a hard time. Eventually he did get it, but he just, I remember him telling me they weren't going to let him do it, and he's like, listen, it's my recognized call sign, and I've had it for years, and so finally he did get his license plate with it as well.
Yeah, he deserves the acronym of a VE3FU.
Yeah.
Hey, Vern, I heard you check into another net this morning.
Probably the Elmira Radio Club net.
That's the one. I was out walking the dog.
And I was out, what was I doing? Ragging the puck. I was just out walking, no dog.
Okay.
It's a fun bunch, Bill. They're on from 8:15 till about 9. Bunch of folks up in the Kitchener-Waterloo area, New Hamburg, places like that. There's a couple of folks that check in from the States, and there's a guy who regularly checks in from Sudbury.
Yeah, I noticed I usually take the dog out around 9. Maybe I need to go leave a little earlier with the dog so that I can check into the net. Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, you should. It's pretty good. They usually pick a topic and folks chime in on it. And there's a couple of them that have actually, one guy who travels to Spain and Portugal in the winter, and he still checks in from over there.
You check in, is that to the Burlington repeater?
Yeah, it's linked through RSB. So thanks to Chris, they carry that on the RSB repeater.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sounds good. Able to check in once at the tail end of the net, but yeah, it was interesting, and they seem to have it's very topical, so it's very interesting.
And there's a couple of guys on there that are very experienced in terms of electronics and computers and stuff. One of them is Tony, who, he used to work doing that. He worked setting up radio towers up in Northern Ontario. I don't know what else he worked. And then Ted is one of the guys that operates the repeaters, and if there's a problem that comes up, he'll fix it.
A lot of knowledge there to tap into. Boy, that's
Well, it's time to shut down the nets. Everybody's finished up with the Friday night ZOE Ragchew, and after the Ragchew starts another Ragchew. Thanks for joining us tonight, VA3IMW, that's Mac, in the West Mountain in Hamilton. And we'll look forward to catching you guys here on next Friday night. 7-3s, one and all. That's how we say goodbye.